serious? So now Latinos are racist towards black people and college students need coloring books to cope, and it's all Trump's fault? Y'all, you have to watch this.
We just won an election, and on that election map, the only color I see is a color that we all bleed, and that color is red.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the channel. I am Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to view my content. Make sure that if you are following me on YouTube, that you're also following me on the platforms you see above and the ones below. And hitting this like button right here is how my content can be constantly recommended to you. And if and once you do subscribe, make sure that you click this bell notification button right here. That way you will be notified when I post a video. Ladies and gentlemen, this time we got to talk about, and I got to give a shout out to my sister, Candace Owens, for what you guys are getting ready to hear. And it is unfortunate that this is where we're arriving, because Trump derangement syndrome is one thing, but to have post-traumatic Trump deranged syndrome is even worse. You cannot make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot make this up. Now Latinos are racist because they played a big part in getting Trump elected. You can't make this up. Take it away, Candace.
Saying that Latinos are racist. I promise you, that's the new takeaway. Is like, we didn't realize that racism has gotten so bad that Latinos are extremely racist. They are white supremacists. I'm going to show you what Nicole Hannah-Jones tweeted. She's essentially somehow a Pulitzer Prize winner. I don't know. It's DEI stuff, you know. But this is what she tweets, these tweets following the election. This is her diagnosis of what's happened and how they lost. It was naive to believe that if Kamala Harris avoided discussing her race and gender, that if she evaded so-called identity politics, that she would nullify the liability of being a black woman seeking the presidency in a country where racism and misogyny are embedded in the culture. This is a country that responded to a multiracial electorate sending the first black president to the White House with a minority of the white vote by electing an openly white racist man over the person who could have become the nation's first woman president. She goes on, anti-blackness continues to, by the way, drink every time you hear the word black if you want to die. Anti-blackness continues to be a powerful force in this country, and anti-blackness cannot just be attributed to white Americans. It's my favorite part. The shock about the significant increase in Latinos choosing Trump with his anti-immigrant rhetoric, family separation policy, and insults of Latin countries over a black woman tells me too many people fail to understand that anti-blackness is deeply embedded in Latino cultures as well, and that the interests of those who are part of that very large multiracial, multinationality Latino category are not, and not ever have they been necessarily aligned with those of black people, simply because many white Americans do not consider them to be white. This is why, as I argued in my essay on the color blindness scam, that we must stop lumping all non-white people into a single of color group. This woman is really out here trying to convince us that Latinos are racist. She's like, they're just racist. Like, this is amazing. And it's like, how is that going to work for you? How, if that's going to be now the adjusted approach, like you just keep calling everybody Hitler, everybody racist, and it just keeps the party of Hitler and racism just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And now you've arrived at like, yeah, no, the Latinos, they're racist too. These Puerto Ricans, these Dominicans are racist too. That's the problem. They're anti-black. You anti-black Puerto Ricans. How dare you? How dare you? Seriously. It is completely nuts. She is so crazy. It's unbelievable. Well, Anna Kasparian actually replied to her, and she just said this, and it's accurate. She wrote, "This is delusional," which I think she said, "This is effing delusional," or "This is something delusional. Why is it okay to be openly bigoted like this?" And yes, Anna, that is what so many people recognize about the Democratic Party. They scream racism when in fact they are the racists. They just cannot process how a person might be able to think beyond their skin. Maybe they don't realize that people might be thinking not with their skin, but with their brain. Could you imagine people thinking with their brains? Yeah, no, not this woman, not Nicole Hannah. She's like, no, absolutely not. They everyone's just becoming increasingly more racist, and we're going backwards. And before you know it, we're going to blink, and we are all going to be enslaved, this time by the Puerto Ricans. Okay. So really, what are we contending with? What are they contending with in the Democratic Party? These are just people who don't want to face reality, people who are legitimately, I believe, suffering from a delusional disorder. Because how else could you describe that? Like, you're just saying Latinos are anti-Black. They're choosing to be that delusional. They want to keep up the facade. They want to keep up the performance, even as their tribe gets smaller and smaller and smaller.
Black people, let me tell y'all something. Y'all never heard the story of the boy who cried wolf. If you have not heard the story of the boy who cried wolf or read the story of the boy who cried wolf, this is what's happening with the word racist right now. You're going to keep on, this is racist, that's racist, that's racist, this color is racist, your hat is racist, your skin is racist, your car is racist, your letters are racist. Before you know it, the race is not going to mean anything. As the generations keep on coming, racism is not going to mean anything to the extent to where if somebody do have some type of racism against them, nobody's even going to know what it looks like. Nobody's even going to know what it means. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But if it is someone to blame, it's going to be you that's going along with these left loonies with this nonsense. All of America on that American map looks like the color that we all bleed, and that's red. White folks, Black folks, Latinos, Native Americans, all kinds of people who are citizens here. That color red is the reason why President Trump is going to be the next president. Has nothing to do with our skin color. Has everything to do with the color that we all bleed if we get opened up, which is red. Man, but then speaking of colors, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of colors, I thought this was a joke. Shout out to Snowflake News for presenting this. You can't make this stuff up. You really can't make this up, ladies and gentlemen. These college students with post-traumatic Trump derangement syndrome symptoms now have new ways that they have to cope with Trump's win. And this is how they're doing it.
For a lot of the folks, again, because of the fear and the uncertainty of what's coming, this can be a traumatic moment for them. And so I would argue that counseling is not a dramatic response, but that it's an appropriate response. And this is a healing-centered campus. Some of it was more formalized counseling services, and others were really just more intentional interactions. Come in and, do meditation coloring sheets.
Coloring books. Coloring books? Oh my God. Trump won. Can you give me the one with the deer? I want to color a deer because deers are so innocent, and this is what's gonna happen to all of us innocent people. Give me a deer. Oh, the deer is so pretty. Wait a minute, I don't want this deer. It's a man. It's a male deer. I don't want a male deer. I want a female deer. I want a doe. I don't want a male deer because Trump's a male. Give me the deer. Oh, look at her. She's so beautiful. Oh my God, I went outside the line. Can I get a new one? This is where we at right now. These are supposed to be so-called adults in college. And you're telling me y'all gotta have coloring books. Nothing happened to you. You know what? Y'all are doing nothing but making money for psychologists, psychiatrists, hospitals. That's all you guys are doing. These doctors are going to go, oh, come on, I know how you feel. Sorry, AMA. So, how do you feel? Here, let's give you some anti-anxiety medication. Let's give you some antidepressants. That's what you need. Yeah, that'll make you feel better. It's going to increase your self-deletion rate, but it'll make you feel better. This is what you can use. Yeah, that bad old Trump. How dare all of America vote for him, and he won in a landslide. Y'all need a complete wake-up call. Grow the freaking heck up. Life is not fair. It will never be fair. Now that you know that from me, get over it and move on. Cope with it, get over it. But coloring books is not going to fix it. Keep on going to your counselor talking about how Trump won and what are we going to do? In a year or two, when nothing happens to you, Ty Smith is still going to be here letting you know and telling you how completely irrational, unreasonable, stupid, dumb you were and ignorant you were when Trump won. When you 2 years from now, you're going to be all right. Crazy folks. Y'all, boy, woo, y'all. This is college? Anyway, let me know what you guys all think about this right here. Do you think that your child who might be in some type of you know, mental break or something like that, do you think they need a coloring book? Let me know, because we might can get some issue. I'm just joking, y'all. I'm serious. I want to know what y'all thoughts are on this right there, because this is ridiculous. Leave it in the comments below at this video, okay? Don't forget to do what you see in this cloud right here. And if you want to see the next video that I will be doing in chronological order, it's going to be up here. Things that I do as a variety on the channel will be right here. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.